Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Lauren. I'm Megan.
I'm Grandpa.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. So far this morning, we've been working on taking care of the animals, and we've got the cattle taken care of, and we've got the calves taken care of. I'll be honest with you, we've got a beautiful day on our hands. It's not gonna be too warm, but that sun is shining, making it really nice. And what's been really nice is there's a lot of green grass growing down in the pasture. So all the cattle, they have been out and they've been grazing this morning, which is nice to see. Now, as farmers, we look for areas where we can always save a little bit of money. And when the pasture is nice and green and the cattle are out grazing, you're not spending as much money on bedding because they're not in the barn, and you're not spending as much money on feed. So double positive right there. So today we've got a neat little job on hand. We've got to get this greenhouse number 4, cleaned out and ready for hanging baskets. And as you guys know, for us, a lot of the times in winter, these greenhouses turn into storage areas. And as you can see, we've got a lot of things that need to be moved. So this morning we're gonna do our best to get this greenhouse cleaned out, and we're gonna try and move hanging baskets down here. So what was wrong with that shutter? Was it just needed to be flipped over or put back up? We just got all of our tables moved out. Now, the reason why we have so many of these tables is because up in front of the farm market, that's where we sell all our vegetable plants and our flowers. And we put them on these tables. So that's why we have a lot of them, and the greenhouse is a perfect place to store them in winter. The main reason for getting this greenhouse up and running is the greenhouse just above is getting too full, and the girls have nowhere to put anything. So we're gonna pull all the hanging baskets out and bring them down here. Fortunately enough for us, this greenhouse doesn't have too much we have to work on. We're gonna do a little bit of cleaning, and we've got to hook up the water system. We should be good to go then. Now, it is by no means perfect, but we got both of our aisleways cleaned out in our greenhouse. We also got all of our tables moved out of the way. So the tables are moved out of the way, and we got our aisleways swept. It really starts to open up a greenhouse when you get everything pulled out of it. We've got our carpet cleaned up. We've got all the tables moved out. We're ready for baskets. The water works in here. We just have to get all the hookups in order, and then we'll be good to go. Now, I just want to talk about this greenhouse we're in. This is greenhouse number 4. Now, when it comes to the type of plants that we store in here, the most common plants that we store are vegetable plants. You can see throughout this entire greenhouse, we have a lot of table space. We store our vegetable plants that we'll be planting in the field, and also vegetable plants that we use for sales. Now, with every greenhouse, you want to use as much space as possible. So along the top of our greenhouses, we have hooks where we can hang hanging baskets. And what's really nice is these hoop greenhouses, they're really strong, which allows us to store a lot of stuff in here. So yeah, this greenhouse is greenhouse number 4, and it's mainly used with vegetable plants, and we'll put some hanging baskets in here as well. Now, we are almost ready to go. Dad has to pick up a few connections for the watering system down there. So in the meantime, while Dad picks up those connections, I'm gonna work with Daniel getting all these baskets ready to be moved down. There is a ton of baskets in here that need hangers and tags. My brother just walked by and shoved an orange in my mouth.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
It's tasty orange. Now, each tag goes on to bring out some details about the flowers. Basically, whether they're full sun, full shade, whatever the case may be. So it's very important that we get these tags on here but it's also very important that we make sure we get the correct tags on the baskets. Things are moving along well. We just got this whole side of the table with hangers and tags on it. Now we're working on this side of the table. We ran out of hangers, so Matthew is going to grab some more, and we're gonna need more tags. We just got all of the hangers put into place. All we have to do is tag these baskets now. We're gonna get it done a little later on because the girls actually need 806s filled up. And since the girls have been working so fast, they go through the trays quickly. So we're gonna fill up some extra ones for them so they don't have to stop and worry about it. We have got our machine already filled up with soil, so we are ready to go. Matthew is gonna be running the machine, Daniel's gonna be taking the trays away, and I'm gonna be making sure Matthew has plenty of trays. All right, see you, Mr. Bogash. Take care, Mr. Bogash. Yeah, say hi to your wife. Tell your wife we say hello. You said you wanted to try that wine I had for you. Sitting on my counter, I can't even drink it. Because it helps fill the front better. You don't have to have as big a pile. I'm out of the dirt. Now the girls have a lot to plant, but now they've also got a lot of trays to fill. And Aunt Rhonda just said they are out of room, which we're working on. So they're gonna continue working on planting the marigolds, and we're just gonna fill this machine back up for when we need it. You just made a mess. Gotta do it for the clip. It is just about lunchtime, so we are all gonna head up into the farm market and get our lunch. Alrighty, let's see what we're having for lunch. Ooh, Grammy is making grilled cheese. Thank you, Grammy. She's got some extra over here. Oh, now that looks like a good lunch to me. We just got done with lunch and Daniel is pulling a wagon down to load these baskets up onto. We still have a few more that we need to tag, so once they're all tagged, we'll start moving them. We're getting a little too tight on this side. Check that out. That's where my kid gets her name. Callie Rose. Did you come down to work with us again today? What do you think?
I don't know if I'm gonna be too much of a distraction.
Oh yeah, she is quite distracting sometimes.
Order
A purple one.
the purple flowers, pretty.
Yeah, this is the flower you're named after, see?
It's a Callie Rose.
That's what you're named after right there.
See it?
Say, yeah, pretty. Look, that's what you're named after.
You have to be very careful this time of the year not to catch a cold. We're constantly going in and out of greenhouses. Feels like 80 degrees in here, but it's 35, 40 outside. So you're constantly taking your sweatshirts off and on, and you just have to be careful.
Is this all of them from up there?
Almost. Half of them. That's all we can bring. We don't have tags on all of them. Dad supposedly checked all the water, so if any of these die, it's his fault. I'll be honest with you, by the end of plant season, I'm tired of walking up and down this hill here. What's over here? We got you working in the greenhouse again today.
Yep.
But you know Grammy's not working by herself. She got Aunt Bonnie here to help her. Thank you, Aunt Bonnie.
Yeah, but you're quite welcome.
And there we have it, a second full wagon of baskets put into the greenhouse. It's starting to look pretty nice in here. We've got plenty of baskets. I think we have room for 1 or 2 more wagons. And the thing is, this greenhouse looks really good when all of these start blooming and pushing out. Back up the hill. So far, everyone, we have made quite a bit of progress. We've basically got the entire greenhouse hung full with hanging baskets. Now, just because our hangers are full, that doesn't mean we can't put more baskets in here. We're trying to make as much room up in that top greenhouse as possible, so we're just filling up this table with some extra baskets. So if you guys are curious, in this greenhouse we can hang up 300 different hanging baskets. Now we can put a lot more in here on the tables, but 300 is how many water connections we can put in. We've already opened it up quite a bit in here, but yet there's still plenty of baskets that we need to move. Another full wagon. This is definitely one of those jobs that feels monotonous. Basically, you're doing the same thing over and over again. But there's days like this where you just have to move things from one greenhouse to another, because if you don't do it, you pay for it later on. Daniel, all I want to know, are you enjoying yourself today?
No, I'm grumpy.
Why are you carrying 6 at a time if you're so tired? Huh, Bubs? Explain that one to me. You need to talk to your son, he's grumpy.
It's past his quitting time.
The girls have got a lot of transplanting coming up in the next few days. I'll show you what they'll be working on. You can see up here on these tables, all of these plug trays need to be transplanted. So we have everything over here, and everything on this table needs to be transplanted, which is a lot of flowers. And that is a lot of planting. So we're happy we got everything cleared out of here though. It is looking good in here. All these baskets are up hanging. The greenhouse is getting full, and it's not even vegetable plant season. You just wait, you just wait. How's everyone feeling?
I'm still grumpy.
Feel good.
Woo! I'm excited! Let's keep going! You get the water for the calves. Daniel, you feed the cows over there. Let's get this work done!
I'll go help Daniel. I don't understand where that comes from. It's just like those random bursts of energy kind of freak me out every once in a while. I don't know what happens. Who's got the biggest head on the farm? That's right, you do. You got the biggest head.
They're escape chickens.
That should about do it for work today. I'm gonna head up to the house, see what we're having for dinner. Oh my, everyone, let me tell you what we're having for dinner tonight. Grammy said it was GFC, Grammy's Fried Chicken. We've got mashed potatoes on the table. We have got coleslaw on the table. We've got asparagus. We've got biscuits. And in the oven, whew,
Just keep it
we've
warm.
got that fried chicken. Oh, Grammy's taking care of us. Alrighty, everyone, we are getting ready to sit down and eat dinner together. So that means this is where we're gonna end the video. We would like to thank everyone for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.